Formula 1 returned to Mexico for the first time since 2015. Not a host being only 1 week after the Brazilian Grand Prix, Williams, H&M and Ferrari are both looking like they have the fastest cars on the grid, with the new 2021 regulations and the new V10 regulation era. Many people are surprised to see H&M continue their good form, despite the fact that rumours are coming out the team that some of the staff have yet to be paid their finances. Ferrari look like they got the most work to do out of the three, and although they are preparing a big upgrade for the European round when we get to Britain. But however, will Verstappen be able to match Leclerc, which the car seemingly is preferred to Leclerc as opposed to Verstappen's driving style? Will Verstappen be able to adapt or not? And to Williams, with obviously it's Paris' home Grand Prix, but will Alonso be able to once again claim title victory and make sure that he is the man who takes maximum points away for round 3? We'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look at the grid for today's Mexican Grand Prix. And the local man Sergio Perez took pole, Peter Harmson alongside H&M, once again having a good run out for him. Sebastian Vettel, a surprise third place for Red Bull. Fernando Alonso is only down in P4. Lando Norris starts 5th, and Antonio Giovinazzi, good job for him, he starts in P6. Charles Leclerc starts only 7th. Daniel Ricciardo lines up alongside a good start for the Australian in a struggling run-out. Carlos Sainz starts 9th, and Pierre Gasly rounds out the top 10. 2 runners in the top 10, good job for them, despite the poor performance. Nico Hülkenberg is once again outside the top 10 alongside Kimi Raikkonen, who is looking to once again pick up some more points after scoring in Brazil. Antonio Fuoco, good job from him. He starts ahead of Valtteri Bottas in 13th and 14th respectively. Stoffel Vandoorne and Luca Giotto making all Aston Martin Brabham row 8, although they would have both hoped for a lot better from the car. Kevin Magnussen lines up 17th, Jaguar not performing, not as bad as Lewis Hamilton, who's only 18th on the grid. A disappointing day for the Mercedes team, who's got a lot of work to do. Max Verstappen has a 10 place penalty, which drops us from 9th to 19th, and Nick de Vries struggled, so he is last of the grid. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of Final Fantasy Formula 1 2020 edition. Today we are doing episode number 2, round 2 for the Mexican Grand Prix. We haven't been here in a while. We haven't been here at all in this series. So yes, 2015, technically speaking, was the last time we were here. Of course, for me, playing the game, Mexico is not a good track for me, but we're here nevertheless. It's a track that has just actually happened. It's actually happening this weekend, and it's probably qualifying. It's probably happening as while I'm recording this, but to be honest, it's not on Sky, so I'm not really caring. But yes, what can we do from second on the grid? I don't know. We have got the pink livery, so it is working. I'm really not a fan of the pink livery. I might change it up later if I get a bit of time to look at it. Obviously, I've got to adapt this mod for 1.5.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
Okay, looks like it's going to be a 2-stop, but for some reason we had selected the second one, simply because I wanted to go on to the try and get around the AI, because I know Alonso and Perez are going to be very fast on the straights. But yes, here is our pink livery. Everybody's in pink. It should really be red, but there we go. 5 red lights. Go, go, go! And we're off, and it's a woeful start. Obviously, this is filmed pre-patch 1.15, so we'll see what happens when we get in a couple of times. We block off Alonso, who's trying to get in. We're trying to get down the inside of Vettel, and we'll try and block off both of them into turn 1. We'll do so in P2, only ahead of Sergio Perez. Lots of fuel, of course, because Grand Prix mode is very thirsty. And here's a replay. We just Vettel on the outside, I'm on the inside, and in the end, Vettel has to give way to both Alonso and you can see though that Audi engine of Alonso is just going to waltz past. We're going to try and pick up some slipstream to ward off Vettel, and I think that's a good start for Daniel Ricciardo in P5. Now we have got Sebastian Vettel. He's all over the back of us in a BMW Red Bull. We don't want to keep we don't allow BMW their smugness after they left us in tatters at the end of last season. Vettel is getting close. It is Daniel Ricciardo with his helmet. It looks like I couldn't quite see who was there in the background for 6th place, the points playing position. But you can see here off camera. Fernando Alonso has overtaken Sergio Perez as we have more defending to do against Vettel. In actual fact, Charles Leclerc, reigning world champion in the Ferrari, is coming through. He's got past. That was it. It was looked like Leclerc in 6th place, and now Leclerc is going to have a go at us in the Ferrari. It's promising for Ferrari. The fact that Leclerc has been able to make spaces, not so much for Verstappen, who's had a penalty. We're going to bang wheels. And he then tries to force us off, but then we have the inside line and force him back. We're not going to let him just waltz through. In actual fact, Sebastian Vettel now is going to come back at Leclerc and take P4 away from the reigning world champion. Ricciardo is just hanging on. And then next start down lap 7 now, and once again Vettel is having another go at us, but we are fending off the inside line and we retain P3 for the time being. We'll obviously need rich mix down the straight. You can see we've already burned off, only 8 laps gone, we've already burned off 3/4 of the lap of fuel, and Vettel has got the DRS, but the BMW engine isn't as good as that Maserati. The Leclerc there was on the inside there. Cheeky little 3 wide moment from Leclerc, but he does get the move done on Vettel. So here's a replay. We take the middle line, of course. It's always better on the player when you're going 3 wide. And then that just leads Leclerc to have the better racing line and get inside it. Vettel and Leclerc keep on battling. Vettel eventually gets past Leclerc. Ricciardo is somehow still in there as we come in the pits, and Hulkenberg there is into the pits as well in the other Red Bull. But we're coming into the pits. Hope this may be a lap earlier, but we're going on a set of mediums. This will be the hard compound tyre. We will then switch onto a set of soft tyres, and hopefully they should be able to catch the 1 stoppers that are ahead of us, and if there are any other 2 stoppers that stop before us and try and get the undercut. But we come out in our P13. There's a Jaguar going in the pits. I think it's our former teammate Magnussen. Not going to go. We can see there that we've already ahead of Vettel and Leclerc already pitted onto another set of the soft tyres. We're going to a little bit of cut the corner from us, but we don't want to bang too much into Vettel, who does retain it. Vettel once again comes at us on lap 13. This time though, Leclerc does have a go at us, although this time we keep the position again, and so does Vettel this time. And Ricciardo, let's have a look at him. He's on for 6th place here. Or is he? No, he's slowing down. He's going wide, and unfortunately, by the looks of the plume of smoke that was faintly pluming out, well, it was. But looks like he is out of the Grand Prix. There is a faint plume of smoke coming out of the back of that Renault. he is out the Grand Prix. A shame for him, but the liability has cost him. So I believe Kimi Raikkonen has moved up into the top 6 at the moment, replacing Ricciardo. Oh, Leclerc locks up there. Oh, that was not very nice there. And you'll have that on their soft tyres as well, although it doesn't really affect the AI so much when they lock up. But here's a replay. They just locked a hand of frustration on Leclerc. There's not a lot I can be doing. I'm expecting him to turn in a lot earlier and give me the space, but nevertheless we hold on. We need to hold on in the stage anyway, because we will have the advantage. Another retirement out of this race is Antonio Fuoco, who wasn't really having a good time anyway. He got left behind by Raikkonen, and that's unfortunate. But we sort of start breaking away because Nico Hülkenberg jumps ahead of both Vettel and Leclerc. Kimi Raikkonen is also getting in there. He's just outside the points now. So Hülkenberg is having a great time. And moving to lap 23, all the soft tyre runners are starting to make their second pit stop, and comes out, I believe, Sergio Perez, who is really not going to affect us. Alonso is some 13 seconds up the road. Perez just goes waltzing past. He will be second place, but I think Alonso's made his final stop as well, and Perez is already 13 places. Now keep an eye out on this man, Max Verstappen. He's one of the one-stoppers that I mentioned. He is the man behind us. It's only 13 seconds, so we will fall behind him when we make our second pit stop, which is now. Leclerc is lingering there now. I think that's also Lewis Hamilton in there. So into the pits we come for our final stop, onto another set of the soft tyres. We have them available. See there, we've only got half a tank of fuel left, half a tank of fuel on top of our predicted race prediction there. I do currently come out in P5 behind Leclerc, but we should now get the hammer on. Leclerc is on mediums, we are on softs, and Vettel is on the Verstappen, is on the hards. So yes, and actually a couple of laps later we do catch up to Charles Leclerc, who hasn't really caught up to his teammate. There's a big huge train behind the likes of the Red Bulls. The Red Bulls have dropped back, which is unfortunate for them, because otherwise they could be on for double point score this afternoon amongst the Ferraris, but they haven't done that, and we breeze past Leclerc and up into P4. Moving to the let's now mark 29. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the long straight. Get in the front of a Ferrari. So big concerns for Ferrari that Maserati we're beating them with a Maserati engine. But a couple of laps later, Leclerc finally gets past his teammate, and then sort of tries to catch us in the next couple of laps towards the end of the race. But we're going to be focusing on the battle for the last point between Kimi Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton. Nice to see Hamilton up there, who is effectively a back marker now. You can see the two BMW Red Bull cars have fallen behind even Pierre Gasly. Not a good day for the office for Red Bull. They only need to reflect on how they didn't manage to score any points. Across the line we come for another good podium. But in the end, Alonso won the race, 22 seconds ahead of Perez. We were 45 seconds behind in the end. So worrying signs for the championship, really. Leclerc was 4th, Verstappen 5th, and Raikkonen got the last point. Vettel was 7th, Gasly was 8th, Hülkenberg 9th, and Lewis Hamilton came from 18th on the grid to finish to round out the top 10. Remember, only the top 6 scored points in this series. Now, you may be wondering where's the data from 15th below. The game crashed after the results screen, and I could only view 14th and above. But I do know the positions, so these 15th to 18th are provisional, but it really doesn't really make any difference for those. But Van Dorn, Galad, but Norris, Giovinazzi, Sainz, all in the top 10, all had the position to make a positions, and they didn't manage to do it today. So Fernando Alonso now has over race victories win against Charles Leclerc, who remains in second place. I'm a further point back, and Perez gets his first points of this award. Norris stays 5th, Raikkonen is 6th, Verstappen moves up to 7th, and Vettel down to 8th. Gasly and Hamilton yet to score. Obviously there are 8 finishes now as well in the points finishes. Moving to the constructors' positions, and Williams are moving far away in the top. They are 15 points ahead of Ferrari, which is basically an equivalent of a first and a third place finish. Ferrari are only 3 points ahead of ourselves, although I've scored all of H&M's points. McLaren are 4th, Alfa Romeo 5th, and Red Bull are 6th, although that could be a scrappy fight. And that will probably, if we move away, then potentially we could try and move away from the midfield. So if they make upgrades and try and close us down, then we've got enough points over them. So yes, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, you see more episodes of Final Fantasy. We'll start to upload these mods to Race Department as well, so you guys can play them as well. Until the next video, next time, take care, thanks for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.